Thanks so much for joining us today for this Resco quarterly partner update. My name's Ben Mitchell. I'm based in Vancouver, Canada, and I handle partnerships and alliances in Resco's North America market.
And I'm Marek Poliuka. I'm based at Resco headquarters here in Bratislava, and I'm taking care of partner discussions and relationships in Europe and the rest of the world. We have decided to switch things up a little bit when it comes to format of this and subsequent partner updates, with the goal of providing existing and prospective partners with as much relevant and useful information as possible, but in condensed and predictable formats.
We'll essentially cover 4 areas. 1, Resco product updates, which will be a quick look at a handful of the most recent updates to the Resco product portfolio that can have a positive impact for partners and customers. 2, Resco events, where you can find and meet the Resco team in the next few months, including a focus this time on Resco's own Resco Next event, taking place in mid-May in Valencia, Spain. 3, Resco market successes and trends. What are we seeing in terms of trends that align well with Resco technology, and how does this translate into success? And 4, Resco Spotlight, a short Q&A with a Resco partner, customer, or subject matter expert who can share insightful information about the use and relevance of Resco.
Hello again, I'm Nick from Resco's Knowledge Team. Let's jump straight into sharing some of the impactful updates that we've recently implemented to make the Resco platform even better for deskless workers. Whether you're managing technicians, handling field operations, or conducting on-site inspections, these enhancements will streamline your workflow and boost your productivity. First, let's talk about maps. As you might know, Bing Maps for Enterprise is being deprecated, directly affecting the Microsoft Store version of Resco Mobile CRM. We've now transitioned to Google Maps, ensuring a reliable and consistent mapping experience. We've updated to Google's latest map renderer, which means faster load times, sharper visuals, and a smoother user experience just overall. We've also expanded our geocoding services to include Azure, Google, and OpenStreetMaps, providing greater flexibility for your operational needs. Now, onto a particularly practical feature, the Lasso tool. Picture managing the maintenance of a city of street lamps. Previously, assigning these tasks involved individually selecting each location. With the new Lasso tool, you can simply draw around multiple locations directly on the map, instantly selecting numerous records. This feature streamlines bulk operations such as task assignment, data exporting, and batch deletions. It's straightforward to configure via Woodford, allowing you to set custom commands tailored precisely to your needs. Next, let's discuss the enhanced RFID and barcode scanning capabilities. We are excited to announce deeper integration with Zebra Technologies' RFID scanners, specifically the Zebra RFD 4031. Through a simple Bluetooth connection, your Resco mobile app seamlessly communicates with Zebra hardware. Scanning RFID tags or barcodes on-site is now quicker and simpler than ever. Whether you're using a smartphone for quick QR code scans or dedicated Zebra hardware for detailed inventory tasks, Resco provides precise, dependable data collection every time. We remain committed to continually improving the Resco platform, ensuring that it meets the evolving needs of your deskless teams. So for further documentation or assistance, please visit our support page or contact us directly. We are always here to help. Thank you for joining us today, and stay tuned for more updates.
Hey team, marketing manager and remote worker for Resco, Trevor Metcalf here. We have a ton of great events coming up in the next few months, so let's check out where we'll be. March 25th, we'll be at Orbis Customer Connect in Munich. March 26th and 27th, we'll be at TSO Data Solution Days. April 24th, find us at Color Cloud in Hamburg. We'll have a booth and a couple speaking sessions. May 13th through 16th, you'll find us at DynamicsCon in Chicago. We'll have a booth, a session, and you can find us at the Partner Marketing Day. And of course, May 19th through 21st, we'll have Resco Next in Valencia. Don't miss out. And June 16th through the 19th, we'll be at the European Power Platform Conference in Vienna. Want to meet up at any of these events? Make sure to contact Resco and we can book some time together. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in Valencia.
Hello, everyone. Spring has arrived here in Bratislava, and that means we're about 2 months away from Resco Next. We are so excited to meet all of you in Valencia, Spain in May. This year, we're bringing over 30 expert speakers from all over the world to help you make sense of the tremendous changes taking place in IT and enterprise applications, and to help you come away with the knowledge, connections, and ideas you need to steer your business. So let me tell you more about what you can expect. First of all, Resco Next is the place to learn about the roadmap and vision for our products. We're really excited to debut our revamped inspections product, which we believe will be an essential and innovative tool for organizations wanting to adapt to the AI revolution with agility and top quality data, along with new features and capabilities for mobile CRM, our Woodford configuration tool, and our suite of components and solutions for the Power Platform. Next, we'll zoom out from looking at Resco products to looking at how they fit into the broader Microsoft Business Applications ecosystem. We have an amazing and unique lineup of Microsoft experts and MVPs to help you master topics like Copilot and agents, application lifecycle management, Power Automate, and much, much more. We'll even team up to show how Resco products can be used in tandem with the Power Platform to build truly intelligent applications. But most important of all, Resco Next is always about community. From the venue to the evening reception, sessions focused on internal community building and partner and ISV successes, real-life stories of achieving business transformations with Resco, and healthy debates about AI's impact on Resco, Microsoft, Salesforce, and the world. The thing we're most excited about is to meet all of you in person and spend a really memorable and productive week together. Be sure to check out the Resco Next web and our blog for more details about our speakers, sessions, the pre-conference workshop, registration options, and much, much more. See you soon in Valencia.
Hi, I'm Marek, and in this segment I will share an impactful success story about Ultradent, one of Resco customers, and a leading dental manufacturing company based in the United States. Their mission is to improve oral health globally through education, science, and innovations, and their journey with Resco just highlights how picking the right mobile solution can transform business efficiency and empower sales teams globally. Ultradent faced a major challenge. Their existing in-house mobile application for Microsoft Dynamics CRM had become outdated and couldn't keep up with the business needs and requirements. Field sales representatives struggled with unreliable mobility and the lack of offline capability, which makes it difficult to log activities and place orders on the go. The business needed a low-code platform so that business analysts, and not necessarily the developers, can manage and evolve the application quickly without relying on IT resources. In 2016, Ultradent implemented Resco Mobile CRM. They had a working solution within 1 week of finding Resco, thanks to fast implementation, low learning curve, and a seamless integration with both Microsoft Dynamics CRM and Oracle ERP. Here are some key functionalities and customization options that delivered a significant business value. With virtual entities, they are now able to have a real-time access to product information and order history from Oracle ERP, reducing errors and speeding up order fulfillment. Route Planner, map pins, case submissions, and PDF quote generation streamlined sales workflows and improved efficiency and customer response times. And finally, low-code tools and the Woodford configurator empowered business analysts to adapt the solution quickly to evolving business needs, reducing dependency on IT and accelerating time to market for new features. The results have been significant, and now 94% of all visits and 97% of all orders are submitted through Resco mobile application. Route Planner feature reduced travel inefficiencies, especially for new sales representatives. And most importantly, data capture improved dramatically. Product discussions increased by 443%, opportunity creation rose by 163%, and follow-up reminders jumped 777% year over year. A single mobile app now bridges Microsoft Dynamics CRM and Oracle ERP, streamlining the user experience and improving data accuracy, sales process compliance, and case resolution speed. Business analysts now turn to Resco for new feature requests, minimizing the need for developers and reinforcing a mobile-first approach. Ultradent continues to scale Resco globally with now 9 production apps in USA, Mexico, Europe, Japan, and more. Ongoing collaboration with Resco ensures that the platform evolves with Ultradent's needs, supported by our responsive product team and commitment to customer and partner-driven innovations. Ultraden's success illustrates the value of having a reliable and a scalable mobile solution. So if you'd like to learn more about their strategy and implement a similar solution to you or your customers, join us at RescoNext 2025 in Valencia. All right, and now let's move on to another topic.
I'm joined by Ron Spence of Spence Software. If you don't know Ron or Spence Software, Ron is a health and safety industry veteran, and the product he developed to support the industry is called S2, and it leverages Resco to provide advanced mobile capabilities to its customers who span construction, aggregates, transportation, energy, and beyond. So Ron is a little different than a lot of Resco's other partners, who are first and foremost Microsoft value-added resellers, which is one of the reasons his story is quite interesting. He's also laser focused on the environment, health and safety vertical, which again kind of sets him apart from many other partners that we work with who are perhaps a little less industry focused and perhaps more general. So without further ado, welcome, Ron. Thanks for joining us today. This will be a pretty truncated interview. Maybe we can do a longer form one another time, but I'm wondering if you can maybe give a quick introduction about yourself, quick summary of your background and the EHS app you originally created for your customers.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for having me. So it's a pleasure to be here. So the history goes back a while, but I'm gonna try and give you that very brief version of it here. So a long time ago, I was working as a health and safety manager in the Port of Vancouver. And we had a lot of challenges around safety. And one of the really big ones was recording what was going on. At the time, our only choices were Excel spreadsheets. That's all we had, or pen and paper. And it kind of worked for a little while, but I quickly realized that we were being overloaded with information. There was just too much to record. So, as luck would have it, way back in the day, Microsoft came out with a desktop database system called Microsoft Access. I grabbed a hold of that and built an EHS system, environmental health and safety system, using this database, and it made everything really, really easy. I was able to record whatever I needed to record, and when it came time to being audited, I had really, really good records, and everybody loved it. So it was an early introduction to the power of databases and where you could go with it. And it also became, through a series of fortuitous circumstances, became a platform that we could actually market and sell, and we did. So we ended up selling this desktop application for a number of years. And then the internet popped up, and I'm going back a while here. And we took our proposal to a company, a big forestry company, and said, let's build your website. And up till then, I don't think anybody had any clue what was going on here. So we built a web app a long, long time ago, very early version, and they loved it. And it was clear to me that this was the way to go. So that's it. That's the story. It started a long, long time ago, and it's going today.
Love it. So I guess the next step in the story, the next twist is, how did you discover Resco, and why add it to S2 and add it for your EHS clients?
We started getting requests about 6 or 7 years ago for some sort of mobile solution. People were realizing that there were tablets out there. There were some earlier versions that you could record what was going on out in the field, and we get requests for it. So we thought, well, we're IT people, we can build one, and we actually did build one, and it ran on the Windows Phone. And unfortunately, the Windows Phone didn't last very long, and we did our application. But we sort of, realized that this was where people wanted to go, because there were more and more requests coming in. So right about the time that COVID hit in 2020, I was sort of looking for solutions, and I just basically Googled the offline mobile solutions, and Resco popped up on the Google search. And I thought, this looks pretty good. So I downloaded a trial version of it, set it up, and I really quickly realized this was it. This was going to work. And what clinched it was that I had complete access to the backend database. Like, I could add fields, take away fields, I had complete control of the entire system, which I didn't expect at all. I thought they were going to sell me a package that was kind of fixed and I couldn't tweak and fiddle with it. But turns out I had complete control. So I integrated the Resco system, their application and their database, their cloud database, into our database. So the two databases talk back and forth. So we're able to capture data with Resco inspections and load it into our system. So that's why I added it in. It's been there for now about 4 years, I guess.
Fantastic. So you've got a kind of what I think of as an office-based system, the original S2 for dispatchers or other office-based folks, and you've got a mobile component for advanced mobility in Resco. What led you recently to kind of rebuild S2 on the Power Platform and Resco?
Well, we started looking at what we have and where we want to go, and what we have, albeit great, the Resco part's brilliant, but what we have ourselves is code that was written, line by line, in Visual Studio many years ago. It gets updated regularly, but it's still legacy code, and I don't think, having looked now at Power Platform, what it's capable of, I don't think that for our type of application, that old model kind of is necessary anymore. The new way of delivering an application using Power Platform with Resco is infinitely faster than the old way of doing it line by line. And I've been working on this now for probably about 6 to 8 months, and I don't think I've seen one actual error, one crash that you would normally get when you're developing software. The thing works every single time. If it's not working, it's because I misconfigured something, not because I wrote some bad code. Because quite honestly, I'm not writing any code. There's no code to be written. So it works every single time. So I'm really a big fan of this low code, no code. In fact, it's 99% no code. And probably I've had to just put a little bit of script in there once in a while, but virtually nothing. And the thing is about going into a Power Platform with Resco is it has more staying power. Legacy code eventually wears out. I mean, there's going to come a time when the people aren't going to be around to even understand what it does. But sticking with Microsoft and Resco, we're able to give our customers something that will survive, that will be around long after we're gone, because it's being maintained in a very modern way, and also very maintainable by people who have a pretty good, reasonable understanding of how these systems work. So it's not dependent on just one person anymore. We've also got an awful lot of features available now in Power Platform. I mean, the list just goes on and on, far more than I could ever deliver. So that's really why we looked at it. It's the future.
Fantastic. And that's kind of a nice segue into my last question, Ron, which is what's next? What's next for S2, whether on the Power Platform or, selfishly on Resco?
What's next is I've got close to 30 clients that are running legacy code, and not all of them are running Resco. I'd like to get more of them onto it, but more and more will be. But I've got to upgrade 30 clients to Power Platform, and I have to learn Power Platform, and I have to learn Power BI, and I have to learn Microsoft Security. So there's a tremendous amount of education I need to go through myself. But the next year or two will be in upgrading customers to Power Platform with Resco. I've got one already on the boil, and he's very enthusiastic. But even that I can see is going to take a bit of time. So we've got some work to do for me to work in the background to upgrade these folks. And also, I've got some work to do to educate them as to what this thing is capable of doing. I've talked to a number of customers, and most people don't even know what Power Platform is. I've talked to a number of IT guys in their companies, and they've got kind of a vague understanding of what Power Platform is, but not a lot of actual experience. So there's a fair bit of education, both myself and customers, before we get to the finish line.
Amazing. Sounds like a positive experience, though. Sounds like those existing customers are excited to follow you in the new direction. Well, Ron, I know it was a condensed But I wanted to thank you for joining me, giving us all some insight into why you feel that Resco and the Power Platform are, the future of S2. So thanks, and hopefully we'll get to talk again soon.
Appreciate it. Nice talking to you. Bye now.
Cheers, Ron. Bye.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. This was all from us. And if you have any questions or comments regarding the Partner Update webinar, please don't hesitate to reach out to either Ben or myself at the email addresses that are in the slides.